What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chalk It Up. Today we're going to be reviewing Toy Story 4.
Give you a couple seconds to decide if you want to keep watching, because there are going to be spoilers in this. If you haven't seen the movie, maybe not continue to watch this until you see the movie, but hey, who can resist watching us? So we'll give you a few seconds.
And before you do all that, and before you decide to stop the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell so you know exactly when we're dropping. So yeah, this would be the time to stop watching the video because we're about to get right into it. Yeah. So
couple seconds. Look at me in the eyes for a couple seconds.
I don't want to. That's weird.
They're deciding.
No, I don't want to look into it. No, I don't want to.
That was enough time. Okay, time to get into it, guys.
That was awkward enough time. That's gazing into your eyes right now.
Are my eyes nice looking?
No. All right.
Whoa.
Let's go, man.
Hurtful.
Yeah. Hey, man, you got a friend in me. That's all I got to say.
That's true. Give me your initial thoughts on the movie.
My initial thoughts on the movie was I liked it. I thought it was the second best Toy Story that they've came out with outside of the first one.
You're wrong. Keep talking.
I'm not wrong. The first one's the best, then this one, then number 3, and then number 2. Because number 2 I thought was horrible. But this one I really, really liked, and it was so weird seeing the animation change from how it was like on the first one and to new technology nowadays. It kind of looked more like the anime movies that you see nowadays.
Andy is the only person I've seen change 3 different times, basically.
Yes, as he's grown. Yes. It's like that technology's grown.
Even when they did the flashbacks of him in this one, it was like, that looks nothing like the Andy that was in the first Toy Story. That looks like a totally different child.
Different kid. So you say that I'm crazy and I'm wrong. Mm-hmm. Where would you rank it out of all the Toy Stories?
Worst.
The worst one?
The worst.
That is not the
Absolute
worst one.
Worst.
You're absolutely... Why is it the worst one to you?
For everything that it was supposed to be and that it wasn't.
What was it supposed to be?
I'll preference on this. A movie by itself, I enjoyed the movie.
Okay.
I would give the movie a 7.5 out of 10 if I'm ranking it. Had good humor. Had okay, action. I just felt like the writing was lousy. It was a repeat of Toy Story 2, basically, when they go to Al's Toy Barn because Woody gets taken. It was almost the same exact storyline. Woody off on his magical adventure all by himself. Buzzlightyear to the rescue. And here we go again, just with a different bad guy, a different scenario, but same storyline.
Really come to the rescue this time. This time I did feel like Buzz was kind of just following Woody around. So I felt like it was more of like a standalone Woody movie with the rest of the toys just as his co-stars.
And that's where my problem entails.
Well, I mean, it's nothing different. Number 3...
It's a standalone Toy Story and a 4-series Toy Story thing.
Number 3 was basically roles reversed. All the other toys got in trouble and da-da-da-da, here comes Woody to save the day.
Though.
But it's just like how you said... Number 2 was when Woody goes off and does his own thing.
Number 2 was its own story. Number 3 was literally Woody saving the day. In what other Toy Story did Woody save the day?
Woody's in number 4. He saved the day of all those other toys.
I just said in what other one? What are you talking about? He saved the day of all those other toys. When he rescued the ones that were in the carnival?
Yeah.
That's not the same story.
He wanted every kid to have a toy.
5 minutes of the movie right now. Oh,
no, he was trying to save Forky the whole time.
He wasn't trying to save Forky. He was trying to keep Forky with Bonnie.
Trying to save him from the trash.
Oh my gosh.
Trash.
Oh,
just like the interpretation of your...
Here's the other problem. Oh my
trash.
Gosh. Here's my other problem with it. Why was Buzz so dumb in this movie?
I don't think he was dumb.
It's like he was going through a whole crisis of he didn't realize he was a toy again, so he's using his voice box as his inner voice. Because he looks at Woody and goes... Your speaker box talks
Tell
to you?
me his inner voice didn't help him out, though.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, because writers can't make everything coincidental.
I'm just saying.
Jeez.
I'm still
At the end, didn't he pound it like 7 times?
Yeah.
And it kept saying the wrong thing?
Because sometimes you don't need to listen to the voice in your head.
Well, he listened to it, though, at the end. I thought I was telling him to go away.
I thought it was the second best movie that they've had. I mean, Woody found love.
Choosing a chick over your boys.
It's not even
so your boys.
Much,
you're choosing a chick over your toys.
I don't even think... I just think you don't
toys
like the way...
porcelain dolls.
I don't think you like the way that Buzz and Woody separated at the end and said goodbye. You were hoping for, because we talked about it in a previous video, You were hearing, oh, the last words. Everyone's crying, it's getting choked up. You didn't get choked up.
I didn't get choked up at all in this movie, except when the little girl was crying by herself in the carnival, just because I felt like, oh my gosh, she doesn't have her parents. Like, I felt sad.
Yeah.
And even the bad doll chick, what was her name?
Gabby.
Even Gabby in this wasn't really bad.
There wasn't really a bad guy.
No.
It was just more of...
It was like Woody's inner self finding his place in life was the bad guy.
Hey, and sometimes people need to see that.
And here's my other problem. How is Bonnie going to go from loving Woody in one movie, and then it's not technically 9 years, even though it's been 9 years since number 3, she goes to basically hating Woody, doesn't play with them anymore.
It's just like any toys that a child has. A child is going to go through different toys that they like and they don't like and play with the other ones. Yes, through a progression,
but the thing is between progression when we saw the last one and this one, that's supposed to be like no time at all.
Oh, changes that fast. She has so many toys, man.
She does have a lot of toys.
A lot of toys. And she created a new one.
Not wrong there. Yeah.
And she needed a friend in that time. So I thought it was good. It was basically, you know, you could tell that Woody was feeling left out the whole time.
Yes.
He felt then the only way that he could be useful to Bonnie was to keep Forky around.
Well, he wasn't even useful to Bonnie. He was more trying to help himself to feel like he was important.
Yeah, to feel like he's important. And in the end, he just realized, you know what? I could do a lot better here with Bo Peep and just making a whole lot of kids find happiness in toys. Yeah. That is ultimately the classic of Woody. Woody in every single Toy Story has always put toys. Kids first.
Or kids first, yeah.
Always wants kids to have a toy. And in this movie, it ended with him helping the mass of children find happiness in toys.
And that's fine and dandy. I'll tackle more on why I think it was a awful saga of Toy Story as we continue and get closer to the end of this. Who's your favorite characters in that movie?
Buzz and Woody.
In this last Toy Story, they were your two favorite characters in the movie?
Oh, talking just in that
this
movie
alone?
Yeah.
Who did you like the most in this movie?
Bo Peep was pretty cool.
She kind of became like
a bad...
Yeah.
You know, just a kick-ass...
Yeah, like a fierce woman fighter.
Yeah.
It was very superhero-y with her.
The two... The bunny and the little duckling...
Yes.
Those two were hilarious.
They were hilarious.
They were hilarious.
Really funny.
They were really funny. I mean, Forky had a couple moments, like when Woody's dragging him. He's like, "Can you carry me?" No.
And then he's cradling like a baby falls, a little bit after that.
And then goes and falls. But my favorite, character in the movie, honestly, I don't know if I really had like one favorite character. You know, I don't really think it was meant for that.
I think most Toy Story movies don't have one character that you necessarily latch onto. The only reason you can latch on to some is because there's so many, so you attach to Buzz and Woody.
Yeah, I think it's Buzz and Woody are the main ones.
Yes.
So I mean,
I agree with that.
There's that. I mean, the little Lego police officer.
Oh,
that was Bo Peep's
she was
friend.
a Polly Pocket.
There you go.
She was a Polly Pocket.
She was hilarious.
She was funny.
Especially when she was talking to Bo Peep about Woody. Liking Woody.
Yep.
That was funny. But yeah, as like an overall like one favorite character, I mean, Keanu Reeves playing the motorcycle guy.
See, I don't know voices well. I know who Keanu Reeves is, but you know me, I don't do voices.
He was the
with
Canadian motorcycle rider.
Duke Kaboom.
Duke Kaboom.
Yeah. Pose. Right there.
That was pretty funny. Just overall, I did think this one was a lot more funny, comedy, than all the other ones. With Duke Kaboom, with the two stuffed animal guys, with Forky doing comedy in there.
I'd have to sit on that one and think initially, because it's the most recent one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I say yes, that was the most funny.
I'm just talking pure comedy.
But I just watched number one right before we went and saw this one, and those still have some of the funniest things because you're trying to convince something that thinks he's not a toy that he's a toy the entire movie. So that's
kind of the same premise with Forky. You're convincing that he's a toy instead of a piece of trash.
Garbage. Yeah.
Trash. You know, that whole part was funny when Woody kept chasing him around and they like trying to prevent him.
When he was just going into the garbage every single time.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
And then after the credits was one of the funniest ones when Bonnie brought home a knife. She goes, "Why am I alive? I don't know."
So the knife was made exactly like Forky.
Made exactly like
If you guys seen it, you obviously know if you stayed around for the credit areas. But who doesn't stick around for credits anymore since Avengers has done that to us? So.
Yeah. I mean, you always got to stick around after credits.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
I will say the one thing I am disappointed at. You feel differently. I feel this was the last one. I feel like they're done making the Toy Stories.
So why do you feel that way?
But before I get into that, the one thing I will say I am disappointed is, if this is the last one, like I believe it is, I was really disappointed on how Woody and Buzz left off. And they had a moment which is great.
They gave each other like
a hug.
Big bro hug.
Yeah, like
wasn't
a big bro hug
long.
when Woody was hugging all whatever. You know, Woody gets a group hug from all the other toys, which is like, oh, okay, that's nice. But I want to see Woody and Buzz because they're best friends. Yeah. They're linked.
Get their moment.
Yeah, they get their moment. They brace, and you start to feel a little bit. I started to feel a little bit like, oh my god, it's really. And then Forky ruins it.
Yep.
And Bear hugs Woody's legs and kind of knocks him back. And Woody and Buzz don't exchange words that whole time. Just wave at each other, and then it ends with
them saying
to infinity and Woody says and beyond.
Yeah.
That is the one thing I am disappointed about. I really do wish Woody and Buzz could have had more of a best friend kind of leaving moment. And I felt like they were starting that, and then they kind of just ruined it kind of for like comedy purposes. Oh, it's funny, Forky is whatever. So if there was one thing against it, I would say I really wish it didn't like that. But to get back to yours, how you're wondering, I just think it's the last one.
Well, let me tackle what you just said, because that prefaces what I tried to say a little earlier, but I wanted to wait. That's why I think it was really bad and just awful. How are you going to end like that? The third one, they were all sitting on the porch, all together, how they should be. Hold on real quick. I'm having my moment right now. And I cried. I watched them on the porch with Bonnie, and I was like, they're all saying goodbye to Andy. I'm thinking about it right now. I'm about to start crying right now. Thinking about it. Like, I got to hold myself together. And it was the perfect ending. I was like, oh my goodness, they're all together. It's a perfect kind of best friend moment. They don't lose each other, but they're losing who their basically original owner is that they've been with for, I think Andy was like 9 or 10 in the first one. I don't remember. But for 10 years, basically, that they've been together. And now they all are separated in some weird moment where, like you said, Buzz and Woody don't get their goodbye. Yeah. They all share a bro hug. And it's like, oh, Woody's no longer with the gang anymore. That's cool, I guess.
I really do like Toy Story 3 ending because you get more of that family feel. I wish they would have had that type of sentiment in the way that they ended Toy Story 4.
And
that is how I would say the only thing I don't like it. But I feel like the reason why you don't like it as a Toy Story movie is solely just based off of that emotion. No. Like, it is a good Toy Story movie. I would bet I'm not the
only person that thinks that way. If you think the same way too, say it in the comments, guys. Let us know if you like it or if you didn't like it. Let us know whose side you're on while you're doing that. If you're not subscribed, please hit that button as well. So you were about to tackle another preference on it, though, before I was going to get into why I think it's not over. You were about to say why you think it's over.
I just think it's over because it's Woody and Buzz saying goodbye. Okay. So as a Toy Story franchise with Buzz and Woody, how we know it, I'm going to cheat a little bit into what you're going to say. I don't really think it would be that good if they made a Toy Story without Buzz and Woody, and or without Buzz and or without Woody. If it's just all the other toys together. Mm-hmm. I mean, am I going to watch it? Yes, because boom, you plaster Toy Story on there. I'm going to show up because it's Toy Story. Mm-hmm. My favorite show, my favorite movie growing up.
Yep.
But I just think it's over because I just think you have to. There is no Toy Story without Buzz and Woody.
And I would agree with you.
So maybe they name it something different, or
don't think so.
So what do you think?
Here goes the conspiracy theory portion, guys. Be ready. Write it down if you want to. Mark my words, because when it happens, I'm gonna come on here. I'm gonna say, "I told you so." I'm gonna scream it from the rooftops. I'm gonna put a banner over my house that says, "I told you so." You're gonna see planes in the air writing how right that I am. This is not the end. You will see this young lady right here, Jessie, take over this franchise moving forward, in a sense, as the new Woody with Bonnie, since she's already favored her as a toy in this one. You will see Buzz Lightyear along with that, possibly. I don't know there. You guys let me know how you feel on that. But I do feel that this was the end of Buzz and Woody, especially that she was not fond of Woody. He's gone now. No big deal. Whatever. You may see Adventures of Woody movie comes out.
A standalone Woody movie?
Standalone Woody movies, possibly.
With him
Buzz,
and Bo Peep?
Yes.
Yeah.
Buzz being a Space Ranger toy, also kind of on the same line of a boy toy as Woody. She might not want to play with Buzz much longer. She gets some new toys, okay? So now Buzz is no longer in the picture. He vanishes with nobody noticing.
You go bye-bye?
Everybody will notice that as a Toy Story fan, and will get extremely angry. Here's where we come around now, guys. One day, you will see Bonnie outside playing with her toys, having a grand old time towards the end of another Toy Story movie. Who's going to be next door? I don't know. Andy and his son, possibly. And what did they find at a carnival? This grand old man right here, Woody. Because Woody's traveling with the carnival, helping all the other toys. Andy looks at the ground, says, no way, this isn't possible, picks up the toy, Woody, gives it to his son and says, I had one of these when I was a kid. And guess who gets taken home at the end of the credits? Woody does. What does he do? He has his little doll eyes glazing off to the distance as they're passing Bonnie's house because they're now neighbors, and he sees all of his buddies there. Now we're reunited. Now the story ends.
And the only reason why you have all of that in your head creating up is because you don't like how this movie ends. So you're hoping that happens. It's not gonna happen.
You end a movie the way you did the third one.
Toy Story's over.
Much love and everything towards this young lady
here that she has.
So they're gonna want to make her the star of it moving forward with all these other little toys, because you now have Bonnie, who is going into the first grade, creating toys as well. As Jacob preferenced earlier, a little knife utensil thing comes in and is basically Forky's girlfriend. Why would they show it at the end if it was the end? Want to know what else they didn't do at the end? Play the most iconic song, You've Got a Friend in Me, to end it. Who does that? Avengers ended showing every single character in their own little cameo thing. They didn't even say goodbye to Tom Hanks or Tim Allen. That's how frustrated I am. This is ridiculous. Blasphemy.
Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this video review. I don't even really know if it was much of a review.
Hopefully this ends good for you guys, because the movie didn't end good for me.
I don't even really know if this was much of a review. This is just more Chris venting his frustrations about a perfectly fine Toy Story movie.
Now I feel better. You guys are my free therapy session.
So make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit that bell so you know exactly when we're dropping. Yeah, we will talk to you guys later. Peace.
Bye guys. You don't have a friend in me.
They have a friend in you. I don't...